Because the fact of it is that we have so sorry to hear that, Maddie, if that's real. Um, the fact of it is that there are people that are using the system against us. See, you well-educated citizens need to be educated about what is going on globally. I am. I understand what's going on. Why do you think I've been investing in silver? I'm going to tell you to become my own bank. Sorry to hear that, Maddie. All right. So I'm going to show you something, history. All right. I love history. So what I'm going to show you is what the price of gold and silver went down. We hit $5,000 in gold in God's money and silver 103.92. Now my money has increased because of God's blessing. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you need to be a steward of kingdom culture, but you need to understand history. History shows us that when you continue to, they're exploding what this fraud is, right? This fraud is ridiculous on all levels. And then they boastfully show you how they do it. There was an investigator thing that's been going on for a while. They show you how they do it, right? So let's do this. Move that. Move that from the stage. Let's go here to this. Let's go back to go here like this. There we go. There we go. All right. So, Mr. Royce White, dude is spot on what's going on, right? He sees it. He lives in Minnesota. So, the World Economic Forum is a perfect example of the 21st century tyranny. Our president, I don't agree with everything he does, but I'm going to tell you what he's doing. He is putting America first. I see it. It's not about the oil in Venezuela. It is about the minerals. We need a minerals because we are in a minerals war. Why do you think, Howard? And I'm gonna. Why do you think that I've been looking this stuff up? Because I've been studying the trends, right? On an economic level, the United States, what are we producing? We're producing services, right? We're not actually producing stuff. And then we kicked all our jobs overseas decades ago. And all these former presidents, except for this one, actually wasn't doing anything about it. They were profiting from it. Cheap labor, kids in mines, 12-year-old, 13-year-olds, working in these dangerous conditions. See, we have technology. Elon Musk was already mining in Argentina already for silver and for other things he needs for his brand, his Tesla. Right? He's on a contract with them. See, and it's all about control. The World Economics is a perfect example. Democrats and their corporate partners protect it, and there's Republicans. I call them rhinocrats and democrats. They're both demons. Understand that some of them might have gone in for good purposes, but most of them are corrupt, and they're not working for the people. And they're afraid of all these investigative reporters coming out, and then the local news gets into it too. The fraud is so bad, people, that it will turn your stomach. They're discovering it almost in every state. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in Virginia too. Oh, especially with our interesting selection for governor. But at the end of the day, I'm going to keep my mouth shut about that. Why? Because I know a snake when I see a snake. Let's just say that. And just wait, Virginia. Your reckoning's coming. It's going to be sad, but you can do something about it. Become your own bank. KEPM.com. KEPM.com. I'm telling you, you need to get your money protected. You need to become your own bank. You can become your own bank. You take the power away from the global elitists. They hate it when they have a patriot like me, a former military member, person that's been studying about money for a while and understanding what kingdom culture means, understanding the scripture, understanding the alignment. And this dude talks about it. We call it Stockholm syndrome. So what do you call it when slaves begin to love their chains and their captors? See, the dude is using great hyperbole. We call it Stockholm syndrome. Maybe they should just move the WEF to Davos to Stockholm to make the symbolism official. The truth is, I don't even think a lot of people mind being robbed anymore, or living under techno feudalism as long as you have to. See, the dude's educated, a screen to share at, a substance to numb themselves with, a ready-made target to displace their anger onto. When the old bread and circuses stop entertaining us, we turn up the dope and invent the new entertainment. Sometimes that entertainment's called political activism. Yeah, really? You're going to do something about it? I don't think so. But let's be honest, too many people don't hate corruption, elitism, or tyranny. We see it across America right now, and it is disgusting. There needs to rise up patriots. No, I'm not running for office. Trust me, no one want me in office. I would be tearing that place down. Why? Because I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, what are you going to do to me? Take me to the woodshed? Take my soul? No, you're not going to. At the end of the day, I I give kudos to all these Christians, these faith-based individuals that put their lives on the line to report the corruption. Their mission is to be a disruptor. Our mission is to put maximum pressure on our congressional reps to say, if you do not do anything about this, there will be repercussions reverberating throughout America, where there will be, and across the globe, there's a populist movement happening. The new world order is dying. We have so much corruption with judges. I'm telling you that if you have money, you can buy these judges off, and they showed you how to do it. And you're like, I didn't never see that in the news. So, oh well. You know who has it? All these independent media has it. Go on YouTube. You can find it. You can find it. Go on to Alex Jones InfoWars 31 days. They're showing it, and they've got the goods. And all they're doing is reporting this stuff. They're doing true reporting, not this cookie cutter mainstream media crap that's out there. They don't want to create a massive panic, but understand the corruption is there, and you need, as a citizen who is paying taxes for that corruption, if you just put your head in the sand, guess what? At the end of the day, aren't you responsible for your demise? They hate that they're not the ones holding the whip. They protect the power structure while secretly dreaming of having the same exact power and position they claim to despise. That's why our political and corporate culture has accepted the idea that our leaders have to sell out. It's a lie. They don't have to sell out. The harder question is why most people even choose leaders. If those leaders didn't reflect the corruption they see in the mirror every morning, a lot of you are pretending because you know how it ends tonight, back home, watching Netflix, complaining online. Wait for the next day to be outraged about. You don't really want the system to change. You are the system. You took the bad deal in the game, now enough to live well, just enough to get by, and just enough to feel like a victim of forces you secretly enable. That isn't courage. That isn't sacrifice. It damn sure ain't progress. It comes from the streets. And this dude's been there. I know when something's real and when it's performance. This isn't real. You're playing along for yourself, and now we've got so-called revolutionaries and figure freedom fighters in the streets protesting on behalf of global elitists and our mass migration policies designed to crush the working class in our neighborhoods and to drive down wages and hollow out communities and to dilute any real organic political resistance. What a complete scam. We, the people, deserve better than that. We deserve better than them. The global elitists, the captured politicians, the corporate managers, we deserve better than you. And you're out there pretending to fight for the people who, while actually running interference for the same system that's destroying them. This dude's name's Royce White, and he's running for U.S. Senate in Minnesota in 2026. I'm not here to join the club. I'm here to blow the doors off the club. America first, just right. So that was Royce. Let's listen to Royce. I think you need to listen to this dude. This dude is spot on. So just bear with me. Find his page. Here we go, right here.
Part of an agenda of mass migration that was intended to destroy the fabric of this country, the value of citizenship. And unfortunately, it would be a disservice and injustice, as Martin Luther King Jr. would put it, to the rest of the Americans if we allowed you to stay. It's nothing personal. You may be a good person. You may have had, good plans to be a law-abiding citizen. But the blame is not on us. The blame is on the people who were running this country that used your desperation in their own political agenda. We're sorry, but you have to go home.
So that's a little bit about this guy. So if you're in Minnesota, people, understand you have the ability to help. In Virginia, just wake up. Wake up. You elected these people right now, and just, oh my, it's just, it's sad. It's sad how you've been shaboobled, you've been shaboggled, and understand you still have the right during these midterms to do what's right for you and your family. And I'm not talking about either side. If there could be a third or fourth party, there should be, to be honest with you. The two-party system is just it's a broken system, unfortunately. And they send our men and women to go fight, right? But then they don't send their children to go fight, right? So you see it. Don't be part of the I call it the puppet master. I did the puppet master. I'm aware of what the puppet master did, right? I get, I'm able to collect some money from it too and stuff because I sacrificed my time and service because I believed in the country. I still believe in the country. There's opportunities. It's just you need to know where the trends are at. You need to know where the information is from, and the information is from here, right? I'm gonna share right now. Let's go here. Share this link right here, right? Boom. Let's go here. This. I'm gonna tell you, I love the model that they have, right? And at the end of the day, whether you like the gentleman or not,
Watch what happens
the
when a
dude,
50-year-old man walks DHT naturally for just 90 days.
right? Incredible too.
The real reason you're stiff after sitting.
You can
They
live
work,
a very long time,
and that's what
without
helps.
getting old.
You know, some people call in and oh, this person, you're paying them, but like, no, but our products really are good. People really like them. It's true.
Well, I accredited him to like the life-changing experience I had when I decided to leave California because I didn't want to bash Trump. And I listened to Jones when I found him, and I'm like, I gotta get the hell out of here.
Right.
And so I moved back home to Ohio, and 3 months later, I met my husband. And I feel like that life-changing event for me was because of listening to all the information that he gives. He's not like predicting the future. He's just giving you the information that's hard to find, where they're telling you what they're going to do.
Yeah. Well, now you have a 3-year-old kid.
All right. So that's enough of that. Yeah. Unfortunately, Jean, it's right. That's right, buddy. That's unfortunately it is. And at the end of the day, they all are going to have to answer to my God, to Yahweh, right? And like I said, you got a dude right here standing up for his country, but also for his state, because Minnesota is just a reverberation of what is going on across a lot of countries. Now, the populist movement is real, people. Do it peacefully, do it respectfully, but understand that the minions that they have many minions. We could easily, through the power of the people, 1776 can be real and genuine. What about the start of the day? I'm about to go to the gym in a bit and be with my Lord and Savior and stuff. We're supposed to be getting some snow. Yeah, and Jean, that's great that you're seeing that. It's about educating people about what's going on. I get every I'll share with you something I get too and stuff like that. So hold on a second. I'm going to share you a magazine that I get that I love. I subscribe to the Trends Journal, for example. I don't know if you heard of it. Trends Journal, right? And what it is it allows you to, whoops. You see it on the screen here, right? So it's called the Trends Journal. And it's incredible. It's information, true information. And it's more than, it's a few dollars a day, right? So I pay yearly. This is Gerald Celente, the judge. And it's great. Look at this. Look at this information you're getting. And this is what arms me. See, I graduated from college, right? I graduated from college last year in the American system, right? All paid for because of being a veteran and my services, right? Now, I turn around right after Christmas, we get a notification about our jobs going away. And I work in cyber, right? So I was like, okay. So I'm at my, there had a special meeting that's going on between everybody from the East Coast and West Coast. The West Coast flew in. And we're like, okay, we haven't got our access cards updated and they expire on the 29th of this month. And we're like, okay, something's going on. And we haven't had a lot of work, and we're contractors. And a lot of us, a good amount of us, especially the team I work with, we make six figures as a contractor, which is good money. But we're like, okay, what's going on? We're not seeing anything going on. I was like, okay. Then we found out that the government decided they wanted to concentrate. They're basically letting all of us go. This company has had support of the government for over 23 years. And it's like a slap in the face, but it's a blessing in disguise, because now I'm going to completely remove myself from cybersecurity after that bad taste after over 30 years. And yes, the trends. The trans journal, I'm good at if that's against my religion. Well, this is not the trans journal, but he doesn't really agree with it either. So, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I don't practice religion. I practice a personal relationship with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's what gets me through the day every single day. And of course, Trends Journal helps with the information that it has. So yeah, I pay for that. But then, like I said, in the job front, a lot of people I'm talking to, the Department of War is really concentrating on mission legality, lethally. Basically, the weapons, the bombs, the technology. So they're cutting out us contractors. And to me, that's a blessing, because guess what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be teaching financial education and insurance and annuities, right? And it's powerful because in my last 2 years in the military, I was teaching budgeting and stuff. And this is what I've always wanted to do. So I'm already my own boss already, pretty much, and I'll be an independent agent that invites people out to an event. They get a free dinner out or after, and they basically get to listen to an hour education about how to have their money work in America using their current money that they have. I'm showing you multiple ways to make money. I show you how to use it via my let's remove that, through the different streams that I have, the one marketplace and the AI that I utilize. Yes, I use AI. And the thing of it is that when you look at it, you see the trends were going on. I was what they call a fully qualified Navy validator. That is being sunsetted. But see, what's arriving was that God took and he multiplied in 2025. He took my silver investment that I have and he multiplied it 147%. And I'll show you who I go with. See, I'm an open book. I want people to not have this knowledge. And the reason being is that it's crucial that if you want to get ahead, you got to understand the knowledge, right? You got to understand what is truly going on. So let's go here to this. Let's go to move. Let's go to this, present. Let's go to share my screen. Boom. Let's go here to KPM. What I love about Dr. Kurt Elliott, right? Okay, now this is what, let's share this. Let's go refresh it. Now, gold was about $5,000. Silver's at 103, okay? And this is his mission statement. We are dedicated to understanding your dreams and goals, formulating a plan that safeguards your paper assets using affordable silver and gold bullion bars and coins with minimal premiums and commissions. People over profits, individual strategy, relation focus, low cost metals, safe allocation, physical silver and gold, ultra secure and experience. Over 30 years of experience in the industry, Dr. Kurt Elliott brings a depth of market insight that few can match. Our longevity is a testament to our understanding of how investments are related to overall economy and political environment, and our focus is on commitment to the client relationship. When you purchase with us, you're not just gaining a way to purchase low-cost precious metals. You're acquiring decades of market wisdom and aims to navigate complexities of maximum opportunities. Now, doesn't that sound like a winning situation? You're taking that's been around for centuries, especially silver. I started this journey 5 years ago. I'll be honest with you. I learned this from Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Then I read books from Richard Duncan, from James Rickard. See, I invest in my knowledge, but it's perfect knowledge to understand what's going on. I invested in a book called God's Plan for Finances right here. Okay. I'm going to read that and I'll do a review on it. And this is what I do on my channel is I'll tell you the truth, what's actually going on. The dollar is crumbling. Across the globe, they're trying to de-dollarize us, right? They understand that, hey, the dollar is just not, it's not sustainable because we have weaponized it, right? So let's Let's remove this, remove that. There we go. So when you weaponize money, right? You see that when you go to the grocery store now, one bag of groceries used to be you could get, you could probably get it for $10 to $15, right? And a good amount, fill up your cart. Now it's costing so much to go to the grocery store because of all the nonsense. And then with us not producing as much as we used to produce, see, it's the same thing in the cyber realm, is that there's such a need for us, but there's jobs. And I've already turned down 2 or 3 jobs because I want to help my community. I want to help my community. And what does that mean? That means that I want to be able to educate people about money, give them information, and then they, the consumer, just like the market, determines, hey, do I want to work with an agent like Howard and sit down with him privately after this dinner, and set up a time on his schedule with his trainer? I get trained. I'm going to basically be like a little Padawan in Star Wars. So this is my idea. I'm going to be sitting home, going home from my bedroom to my home office. I'm already a corporation, Home Profit Coach Inc. LLC. I've already got 2 businesses. One marketplace where it's launching globally, where you get paid to shop, share, and earn on all kinds of things. I mean, I take my perfect food for my perfect body daily. I take my daily greens. I'm getting the right ingredients into my body. Then, since I'll be leaving the profession after 30 years, 20 years in the military, 10 plus with this contracting company, I will be getting a severance pay of somewhat like 6 weeks of severance pay, which is fair to me. That will help offset any loss I'm going to put in employment. But I'm also a service disabled, small disadvantaged business owner, which means I get certain benefits, and I'm working on those benefits too to replace any income loss. I'm using the system that all these other people are using, right? But I'm going through it legally because I have medical evidence that I would qualify for SSDI, all these things. So it's replacing my income so I don't have to feel pressured that I need to uh, get these people to join me because they need the policies. No, they need to know where their stewardship dollars are going. And that's the power of it. So I've already signed up. I signed up on Thursday. I paid my initiation fee. I've got to go through fingerprinting and all a bunch of other things because they want to have reputable people across the 50, the 50 plus states that are representing their brand. And I'm excited about it because I'm working with the largest teams here in Virginia Beach. So that's my passion, is to help the consumer understand education. I'm going to start it in churches, but I'm also going to be sharing about that on my podcast and on my YouTube streams because I believe that it's crucial that you understand how your money works and allow your money to work for you using things in the market like index accounts that have been around for 200 years, using things like compound interest. We're clients of theirs for over 2 years. They sit down with us. Our agent sits down with us, and she's going to be one of my trainers and stuff. And then I fall under the person that introduced us to this incredible company. And it's about relationship. It's about relationship. And if I do this on a part-time, half-time, I can make anywhere from a few $100s to a few $1,000s based on how we help the consumer. And then the insurance companies that we partner with that have these products pay me. And of course, then they pay the company. And their profits were $5 billion. And they need more people because there's not enough people out in the streets locally. And you can do this part-time, full-time, and I'll be doing it part-time. But I'll be running my businesses because I understand I use the tax code just like any corporation. I'm an S Corp. I'm a single corporation known as the Home Profit Coach Inc. LLC. I learned this when I was in the military. And I love it because it's in my wheelhouse because I love helping people and I'm a people person. People said, man, you're going to be a natural for this. And they've been waiting for me. And I've been waiting for this opportunity, and God blessed and God took away an opportunity, but understand that I wasn't being fulfilled enough. It allows me to get closer to the Father. It allows me to be able to do something I want and take care of my health too at the same time, because I'm about to head to the gym. That'll be 6 days, day 6. It'll just be cardio because we're expecting some snow potentially here in Hampton Roads, and I want to get my workout in. And I have access to a base gym, being a retiree from my first career at age 39. Yes, I served in the military. I was a cyber professional, telecommunications, and best mover for me. And it took me about 8 years to get all my benefits that I have. And I'm working on other multiple streams to replace that loss of income. So I'm taking about a $6,000 haircut, but I got nice severance pay coming in, and I got my next 2 paychecks coming in because I have my PTO that I sold back, and I have my regular paycheck with nothing being invested, including my 401k. And I'm going to take my 401k from work, roll it over, and triple that money too. So eventually, what I'm going to have to do, I truly believe this with silver, I'm going to have to set up a trust. I'm already in a trust right now, but this trust will be allowing me, when I do return to the ground, that if there's any extra money, that I will bless our church in the mission of the gospel. That's my mission, because I can't take it with me. Don't have any kids. Um, yeah, I could give it to my brothers, but why? Let them take care of their own children. Understand generationally, they're doing very well for themselves. Living up in Spencer, Connecticut. Understand it's all to a point. I deal with a lot of health issues that needed to be taken care of, and sitting at a computer and getting paid 6 figures. Can you forward your plan and info to my email to review? Well, you can do this. Yeah, I can do that. Now, where are you located at? Where are you located at, Jean? Now, you're French? Send me this. Send me an email, Jean. And you're located, it looks like, are you in Louisiana? Because is that a New Orleans Saints? Is that the emblem of the New Orleans Saints? Is that what that is? Oh, you live in Houston, Texas. Oh yeah, Houston. They got some corruption there. So you know Alex Jones, right? You've heard of Alex Jones, right? You know he's in Austin, Texas, home of the corruption too. There's a lot of corruption in Texas going on. I mean, a lot of got transplanted because of California. You probably see it. I don't know if you have as many healthcare things as Minnesota does, or Maine, or New Mexico, California. They're in everything. Yep, yep. And I love his products, man. I take this methylene blue. Woo, that stuff's good too. I'm drinking the new ultimate powder. See, I believe in supporting things, but I also believe in that my job is to influence people, but not as an influencer. Influence, Alex talks about this, is to influencing people in a good way, not in this nonsense of selling products and services. Yes, I have products and services that make me money to help me and my family and bless others. But see, I only work with particular people. Now, with the education realm too, you can become an agent and stuff, but it has to be, you would have to find somebody there in your area and stuff like that. There's minimal cost. Like I said, I paid a fee to get access to the training, to get access, because I've got to get a license, so I have to pay for that. And there's other things I have to do. But see, I have money coming in. So I've been working the affiliate marketing, direct selling for a while. In the company that I work with, for the last 17 years, called World Profit, teaches you how to build a list of customers, for one thing. And the owner is a former Canadian Air Force captain that resigned from his commission when he was teaching fighter pilots, just like, he went to a person just like West Point he goes to for college. Very smart. He was a programmer. He took their buyout, and then on a kitchen table there, he formed this company called World Profit. It's evolved into this training, education, traffic service that shows you how to do it from beginner to advanced marketer. And then I take that and then I promote my one marketplace. I'll show you examples of it. I'm very transparent about it. So hold on a second. Let me go over here like this. Let's remove this from studio. Present invite. Let me go to share my screen. Go here to this. Present. Let's go here to this. Let's go to share my screen. I'm going to show you something that's pretty cool. All right, so let's go here to I've got my own YouTube channel. Okay, let's go here to this. I'm going to show you this. This is our content creator, right? So what I did is like, hey, I want to create the benefits of why our smart dollars and why that matters, right? So I said, okay, let me do this. So I'm going to go here to Witty and say, let me generate content. You copy and paste it in there, right? And watch what happens. Watch the magic. This is the beauty of this thing. I love it. This was one of our newest tools that were invented last year. George created this, or he bought the rights to this. And watch this. I can take this and put this into a viable plan, right? Just wait, it's generating the content for it, right? And it'll come up. There we go. Look at this. Now watch. Just wait. Just wait. It's coming. Just bear with me. Look at that. Isn't that pretty cool? So I take this and I'll go over here like this. I'll copy this, right? I'll copy all this, including the hashtags. I'll come over here like this, copy, right click, save image. You don't see it, but I'm saving image to my desktop. Boom. I'll go over, visit site. Watch this. This is how easy it is. Share this out. This is how easy it is to share in social media, right? And this is my social media page. That picture there looks like I'm running for Congress or whatever. That is AI. I took a picture of myself and then I told them, hey, I want to make myself into like a corporate headshot, basically with a red and power tie, basically. All these are known hashtags. Paid shop, pay to earn, boom, right? Okay, one marketplace, boom. Let's go over here like this. Let's go here to this, boom. Let's go here to this. Click on this. Watch this. This is 87. Watch this. Boop. See how easy that was? That's how I use social media to drive traffic. And it's going to drive traffic to this, to one marketplace, to this site here. When a person clicks on it, boom, it's there. So that's what I'm teaching people. And I show people how to build a list of customers, right? And then in turn, when a customer wants to join me, I get paid when they buy the services, whether it's monthly, or they buy the yearly package. The yearly saves you about 60%. So they teach you everything. And so when I go into this, I'll show you. I have my own blog, right? So I'm going to show you. This is another thing. I'm my own blog. So I can go to articles right here. I have all these articles written, right? This is a great thing that I love. One of my good friends, Duke White Jr., who we've connected with over the last 6 years, renewed space for hope, announcing the relaunch of comingsoonjesus.org. So when you go to Coming Soon Jesus, watch this. This is a thing of beauty. I love what he did. He modernized the website. Look at this. It's a faith, discover faith, inspiring books and gifts. Coming Soon Jesus is formed out of it, and we have our own network called Good Virtuous Entertainment right here, Good View. You can get that for free. So you see what I'm doing is I'm equally aligning and taking back, we're taking back territory. When we take back territory, it allows us to be able to be a beacon of hope, but also share the true word of the gospel, right? And understand. So this podcast was more about supporting Mr. Royce White, but also I wanted to share with you what I do outside of my cyber professional. So my last day is on the 29th. I'm at peace with it. Then I will start to get prepared for my license. I've got to get a state license. Wherever you're at, get a state license. And then once you get your license, you upload that information in there, and then they'll assign you to to a policy. The policy is typically the one that they've agreed with the company that they agreed with. And that's the one that you will be sharing with people if there's an opportunity to do it. So basically, I will be becoming a professional inviter to these events. And we have an event called Money 101. We have women's health or wealth, health, and wine, or whatever they call it, where it's a networking event where women can get together. And my job is to educate people about truly how to make their money work for them. So the name of the company is called Five Rings Financial. You can look it up in your thing and just connect with somebody. If you can go to a Money 101 and understand it, it's going to help you. It's going to bless you. And then you make the decision, because I've been there, I've done it. We're clients of theirs for 2 years. We love it because we're taking a certain amount of stewardship dollars and we're able to multiply it and triplicate it. Maybe not as good as the silver, but at the end of the day, it's in a safe investment. And I work with a great person of God. That's another thing too. So thank you. Definitely support Mr. Royce White in Minnesota.